everybody a little time to come on in. Let's give everybody a little time to come on in. I'm waiting for Sister IBARA to come on in. When you do, I'm going to drop that link for you. Yes, it's been a long run. 2001, before YouTube came out. YouTube came out in 2005. I think Facebook the same. I was known for the art and the writing. It had nothing to do with visuals. Okay, Sister IBARA. Oh, yes. Here's a link for you, Sister IBARA. Al Freetown in the house. Yes. You're getting the superstars up in here tonight. Okay, we can get this started. And what you could do, brother, yeah, you can see everything from 2001. Just go to LANCESCURV.com. Best experience on the computer. And let me get this show started. She's looking so beautiful. Okay, let me knock this music down. And well, first of all, let me show a beautiful face. First and foremost, here we go. All right, I'll let her in first. There she is. Let me cut this music off, and I got to get that picture together because it took a run out, and got in just in the nick of time. I slid in like a baseball player sliding into home plate. Look at that smile. Look, you just glowing. Woo!
How are you?
The sun loves it when you smile. You know why?
Why?
Because you can go on vacation and take a day off.
Thank
real.
you. Thank
For
you.
real.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
serious. I know
Thank
everybody
you.
would agree. That's right.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad to be here once again. High vibration to you, to everyone in the platform, to everyone that will join later to come and, to come and hear and see, So thank you so much. How
Thank
are
you. And remember, this is our platform. This is not just mine. I can't do what you do. You're here blessing me. The food blesses the plate.
Our platform, right?
That's my new saying I always run. I say, nobody goes to a nice 5-star restaurant to look at the plates hungry. They go there for the food.
That is true. That is true.
I'm just holding you up here. But you're here.
Thank
for real.
You so much. Thank
Good
you.
to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you here, sister.
Same here. Same here.
Every time you reach out and let me know you have something to share, it's always an honor and a pleasure, and I get excited. And I was so angry when I went out earlier, and it was taking long to the traffic because I had stuff to do.
No, take your time.
I'm still gonna get that picture together while you talk, so we can show it.
When I sent you the message, I was just about to start doing my meditation, but I had a determination that once I'm done there, I'm going to go out for a walk.
Right.
And my work is normally 1 hour. So I look at the time, and then it's 1 hour to the exact minutes and seconds. When I come back, I say, okay. Wow.
That's divine. That's divine.
Yeah, so I haven't done it in a few days. And I said, oh yeah, I need to go and I need to go. So even though the sun was already out, I said, oh no, it's me and the sun. We're going out. So
right. So wait, the sun's still out over there, right? Or is it going down a little bit?
Now it's going down a little bit. So because I've been for at least 2 hours or more now. So yeah. But
Wow.
for me personally, I like to be in the sun. I don't know about
Me
everybody
too.
else.
I just haven't had a chance to do it as much as I used to.
Yes.
The beautiful stuff under the hood of the site and getting it supercharged and, just getting everything right. I nitpick.
When I first came to, when we were coming back to the US, right? My dad asked us, I don't know why he asked, I'm glad he did. He said, no, he didn't ask. He said, oh, so you guys will be going to California and it's sunning over there. I said, that's all I need to hear. Say no more.
For real.
Say no more. That's all I need to hear. So
That's
when
right.
I show up in Maryland, and oh my God, I forever freak out.
See, wherever you go, you are the sun. You come over here now, all the Ghanaians will be confused. Wait a second, why is the sun up?
I'm in Maryland. I've been here for a few years. I still don't know how to dress properly for winter. Every time the winter comes, that thing gets me every time. Because, like, everybody's already wearing their boots. I'm wearing my slippers. And I'll be out there, and all of a sudden, it will be that day that I will froze. Now I will start making prayer that God, please don't let me freeze.
Wow.
Maybe this year might be different, but every single time.
Ready for it.
Listen, and every single time, whatever clothes or like things that I wear for this winter, I will throw it out. I know that I need it. I will throw it away.
Yeah.
Then I'll wait till the middle of when it's really, really cold. I'm now running around to go and get something. And I'll be telling people, oh, I need to go and get a boot. And people look at me like, you should have get that during summertime when it is a cheap.
Yeah, because prices go right on up. For real.
I mean, at this point, I think it was just an habit that I like complaining. It's not as if I don't know that the winter is coming or fall is here.
But you think it's going to be so far off, but the winter sneaks up on you quick. Especially sometimes late August and September, you get those winds. You're like, whoa, this is a different wind. This is something else coming.
Already, it's cooling here.
I haven't forgotten.
Yeah. So my sister was saying, oh yeah, so let's go and get some stuff. And I said, I'm not ready yet. So by the time I'm ready.
well, guess what? I'm messed up in the opposite way. I'm braced for it. I'm braced for it. And I'm like, there's no cold.
It's not cold.
And I'm discombobulated. Seriously. I look at this, like I'm on the computer working or something, and it says December 12th. December 12th. And I'm in t-shirts and shorts. So I couldn't come back because of the weather. I missed the change of seasons, the visuals. I missed the coziness of being inside when it's freezing outside. But no, I don't miss daylight savings time. I don't really miss any of that. If I can come for a day and enjoy it, I'm good. But other than that, I used to shovel snow.
I think I'm just meant to be in a very hot place, I'm just meant to be in the sun. Like I need to see it. That's right. Somebody like myself, like I need to be in the sun from when the sun just coming out and when the sun set.
What gets me angry when I stay up all night and the sun starts to come up, and I'm like, I gotta go now. So this is why. Ultimately, in my ultimate housing situation, balcony, when the sun comes up and I'm tired,
yes,
sleeping and still get my sleep. As long as the mosquitoes don't come get me, I'm all right.
Listen, there's something about this time that we're in, right? All the things. Now, I think some of us really know that there is something out here now. Yeah. That we know that things are not the way they say it is. That there is more to all this,
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so coming to before I even start with where we're going,
Yeah.
it is
I'm
with that
ready to give you
regard.
the floor when you're ready. Just let me know. I'm
Yeah, so it is important that that we know that we continue to recognize ourselves and see the humanity in each other, right? So with that, I said, high vibration to every single one of us, to you, your
Thank you.
wife, your
Thank you.
family, your friends,
Thank
you
you.
know, all your past and present associates, all original people wherever we are on the planet, right? High vibration and healing energy, to every single one of us. I pray that the universe will continue to rise up the black man, right? The original man, so that he may understand his role as a son, a brother, a husband, a father, a grandfather, a provider, and a protector of his community. I pray I pray that the universe will continue to bring all black men together in brotherhood. I pray that the universe will continue to rise up the black woman, the original woman, so that I may understand my role as a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a nurturer of my community. I pray for sisterhood among all original women,
Yeah,
wherever I am on the planet.
that's
I
right.
pray that the universe will continue to bring together the black man, the original man, the black woman, the black child in love, in harmony, in peace, in justice, and righteousness. High vibration to every single one of us, universe blessing, universe protection to every single one of us. I share.
That's right.
So,
I'm gonna give you the floor, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
indeed,
Those
yes,
powerful words. I love you for that. Okay.
thank you. Thank you. So, I say all that to say, right, that it's no longer suffice anymore that every single one of us can wake up, that we have a moral obligation to start making prayer for ourselves, for the entire planet, right? Definitely for us as original people, we're not doing enough of that. We're doing enough negativity, right? So this time that we're in is different. Something is going on, whether we know it or not. Some of us are going to wake up from the slumber, and some may not wake up. It may not be their time to wake up. But for those of us that are awake, whether you're awake or asleep, right? That is to say, whether you know that there's something going on or not, we have a moral obligation that when you wake up in the morning, from when you rise up in the morning, make prayer for those that look at you wherever you are on the planet. That is our obligation. There is no more anything that we have a right to be, but we do have the right to wish each other well. So anyway, so I sent a picture, right? It's a picture. I sent it to Brother Lance. So this is a picture of a white female, a Caucasian female, kissing a monkey, right? So in the light that,
Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm gonna show it really quick. I
yeah,
was
could
gonna
you share that picture, because that can get the conversation
it
going.
may overlay you for a second, but
Yeah,
let me
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, the love in there, the love that you see. It is the love for me.
yeah,
Ah,
there we go.
yeah. You can't.
But I'll have it to the side in a second.
Yes, yes, yes. So, well, I'm assuming that everybody see that picture, and some of you that's on Instagram, you must have seen that picture, right? Now, so it took me a longer time to get to Instagram. I still don't know how to use it, but I was, looking through some of the posting, and I saw that, and I saw she hesitated a little bit, and then she just give, what she said. So, and I said, okay, here you have her like that, kissing a monkey. Okay. She understands the familiar. Her spirit recognize familiar. She see family in that. You see? How is it that you can kiss a monkey? You can even have you can be intimate with them, but you call it black people monkey. How does that even work? The projection, right? Though she is not the most important part of what I wanted to say. There was a sister that did a show, and she was talking about how, was it Kenya or somewhere, that people started killing monkey because of the word monkeypox, right? That they were killing the monkeys because they thought people get monkey from the monkeypox, and since they said that monkey is coming from Africa, so therefore, now here people don't ask a question. What kind of disease can people be getting when you're kissing animals and you're having intimate relationship with them? Gonorrhea and syphilis and all those other diseases, HIV. How did all those? Because those diseases are not part of black people's genetic. You cannot have it both ways, where you can say black people are monkeys, but you will rarely see where it is part of our culture, right? So is the idea of male to male, female to female. It is something that was learned or imposed on African or even black people as a punishment. So how is it that you can say something that you use as a punishment is now you are claiming it's part of African culture? Or you can say black people have monkeypox, but we took bath all the time. We are not anti-water. We have relationship with sponge. We have relationship with soap. We have relationship with water. We took bath all the time. How is it that somebody with a straight face, even up to today, even as they were saying it out of their own mouth, that the people that are getting the so-called monkeypox are those that are having same sex and some other situation, those with an alternative lifestyle are the ones that are getting it the most? That brings us a question, that how is it that we as Africans or we as black people don't have the right to question that type of relationship and the diseases that arise from there? That now this is another disease that we have to now accept, but we can't question where the diseases are coming from, or saying that this thing is not natural. Why is it that we cannot ask a simple question, right? We already know for Caucasian, that is that part of their culture. That is as natural to them as them getting down with dogs. We're not arguing with that. But for you to say what is your culture must be our culture, that is a lie. That if, for example, we literally have a situation where they're saying that they can come and start a war, do all manners of things, if a country say they don't want any same sex in their country, because we understand the ramification and what it means. Why is it that Africans cannot speak up and say, this is not part of us, we don't want this? Right? Why is it that the people that want to and enjoy. Is that what it is? And indulge themselves in debauchery, because really that's what it is, right? People that want to, no, but if that's how you get down, that's how you get down. But to say that your right to do what you want with your body must infringe on everybody else, number one, affect all our health, that collectively you get to do what you want to do. You get to indulge in whatever you want to indulge. Nobody needs to speak because you have the right, right? That your right to get down how you get down must infringe on everybody else to call it out and say, what type of disease can result from this type of behavior, right? If it is as natural, I don't know anything about that. Maybe that's what it is. But we say in the African center, right? Mommy and daddy and child or children, father with as many wives, right? Because you see, this is how both Black people here and Africans need to start paying attention. They're telling you that you as a Black man, you're toxic if you decided to go ahead and be with more than one woman. I'm talking about in a relationship, not to be sleeping around or having children outside everywhere. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that for you to have more than one wife, where you create a community, where is it not even better for a Black man to be with the woman that is sleeping with instead of them to be outside, where you're having raising children, where we don't know how many children you get outside, and when the man dies, the children are lost into the system. They will promote that to you, that go ahead, you marry this one wife. This is not even where my conversation is going, but I want to address a little bit in there. So they will say that it's okay for a Black man or any other man or any race of man anyway, that you can divorce your first wife with the children, abandon those family. Now you can get to another family and then go ahead and marry those family, create another family, you can, and then if you want to abandon them, you can go ahead and do that. What's wrong? What is wrong in that man having all those women in one place so that he can be able to be a father to all these children, so that all these children, right? So it's a thought that we as Black people need to start thinking about. For me personally, I'm not promoting one or the other. I'm saying that you might want to think about these things that leaves the community vulnerable, that leaves the children vulnerable to all manners of predators, right? From the school predator, from the street predator, from the online predator, that the children, when the children are online, nobody knows what they're doing, all the numerous of child trafficking that is going on. These are things that Black people really need to think about. But nonetheless, let's go back again to this idea that we can be told that something is natural, but at the same time, you're coming out and warning everybody about a disease. Before HIV, nobody Black. I mean, you can go back to Africa, all the way to generation and generation of, and I'm particularly in Nigeria, where men marry more than one woman, where there is not a single disease. India, that people live for a long time, right? The women can even leave the relationship if they don't have children to go ahead and have and marry somebody else, and they're not carrying any diseases around. How come now? How come we're having all these diseases, and then every single diseases they're labeling it, and then black people? How do you? We just seen a picture right now. How is it that somebody get to call you monkey? We're crying. What is it about you that look like a monkey? How is it that you are the original man and woman, and we're still crying over people who are really have the trait, who really have animal trait, who are really attracted to animals. You see, they're telling you with the 100% human being DNA, they're telling you that you're the one with monkey, that you are monkey, but we can't come back and say, oh, well, you don't sleep with one. Really? At this stage, are we still feeling insulted by this? That thing that we just saw over there, that thing over there. She will come out and insult black people, call them monkey, call them all manners of names. And we sit around, we're crying all the time. Why? For what purpose? I can go back several decades in my family. I've never seen a single family. In fact, I have not come across anybody within my family that feel the need to kiss a dog, let alone kiss a monkey or even lay down with them. Or let alone now arrive. I have never seen the so-called monkey pox they are talking about. Ever. The first time I've seen it is on the picture that they post, that they keep showing. Even there is this program called Democracy Now! I'm sure many of you watch that program. Democracy Now! Claim to be some kind of, what do they call themselves, right? That they are liberal, right? Even as they hear that black people are going against showing, why are you showing black skin where it's only affecting you in the Western world? Why are you showing us? And why are you even showing black skin when it's only affecting your neighbors, your people? And yet, Democracy Now! Persists up until a few days ago. The station, whenever they are talking about monkeypox, they have a person with a black skin. Is it ignorance? Is it racism? Or is it at this point, this is just who they are? And leave them alone. Black people, we cannot sit down and start continue on about what these people, they're not going to change, period. We're going to have to move on. We're going to have to start looking to each other and start seeing the humanity in each other, right? Start seeing that we're the only one that we got. Whether you are black in this country or black everywhere else, where black people, we can go hard on each other. We need to stop all that. Well, I mean, if somebody did something and then you need to call them out, I mean, I'm not saying don't do that. But the amount of energy, the amount of hatred and that we levy against each other, we need to stop. Because whether we as black people are ready to take up the mantle of leadership, if we're ready, fine. If we're not, other group of people will take it and keep it moving. What are we going to do in the next 10 years, 20 years? Are we still going to be here allowing these people, these individuals to be calling us monkey in our faces while they sleep with monkeys, right? They're the one that make laws, right? To the extent now we have the children, and nothing is sacred. Life is not sacred. Are we going to keep waiting for them to become human? Is it not now up to every single one of us to wake up and start doing the right thing? And start being family first. Family first. Make children sacred, where nothing can come up against our children anywhere they are anymore. That every black man, every black woman, when you see something, don't wait until it happens to you, that we start protecting these children wherever we are. Right? That we don't allow these people to show up in Africa everywhere, going now our children that we don't know what they're doing. Right? Anyway, that is not the most important thing I want to say anyways. But that picture, actually, I found the picture the image very interesting. It's not even an image, it's a video, right? I wanted to brush on something before I move on to the Nigerian conversation I wanted to talk about. So I was watching his news, right? In the news, no. First of all, I watched the news. I think it was like almost a week ago, and they were talking about a young brother in the NFL, and they were saying that he was suspended for 11 games over an allegation of sexual abuse, sexual allegation, something like that, right? So before the NFL even find out whether the brother is guilty or not, he was already been suspended 11 games. Now, I'm sure that what I'm about to say is not surprising to any of you. So now, yesterday I was watching, I don't watch TV, but on YouTube, stuff like that. So I saw another video where they were saying that this NFL player who is Caucasian gang raped a white 70-year-old female, right? Okay. Initially, he raped the girl and then took the girl over to his teammates, and all of them, they raped the girl again, and the girl says this went on for a couple of hours. Anyway, so now the family is suing, something like that. I think the girl went to the hospital. She did what she was supposed to do. I'm not sure. Anyway, when white folks start telling tales, just put a finger on it. Anyway, so apparently she did what she's supposed to do. She reported the rape. Now, this is what gets me about this country. And I think that why Black people need to start giving each other grace, that it's not always as soon as the news report that a Black person did something, every Black person come out of the woodwork and start making videos and talk about, oh, I knew it. And what did you know? Why are we always bearing witness to something that we don't know? As soon as they point to you that this is your enemy that looks like you coming out of the woodwork to come and do video about what you know about that person, even though you've never met the person in your life, even if you knew them. This is the same country that you can put a person in prison for 40, 50, 60, 70 years and then release them and say, we apologize. They didn't commit the crime. Anyway, as I was saying, so now they were talking about this Caucasian male football player that raped somebody credibly, right? Allegedly. I'm not sure if the person that announced that was questioned next was the owner or one of the owner or one of the managers. Literally, you have this Caucasian manager, is one of the big guys in the NFL, came out and said, well, you do know that people lie. What? What do you mean you do know that people lied? You are supposed to treat this Caucasian male the same way you were treating Black male. What happened to him being suspended 11 games or fired him until everything is okay? Then you can bring him back. What happened to all that? He literally used the word that you do know that people don't tell the truth. And the news media, the people that he was talking to, did not challenge him not one time. So you have two cases that might look almost similar, right? With the exception of the gang rape part. That might look, is allegation of sexual abuse, right? That looks similar. You have two cases that look similar, and the behavior and the result is different, right? So now there was a question that always come into my mind since I've been in this country, right? Why are Black men playing football? What is the purpose of it? I mean, I understand the money part. And why are you still playing in a game that they hate you, that they can take away your wealth, your life work, that they spend their time, they created a thing called sports that people analyze you to death. When I look at the way the NFL and also even basketball player, the way you, so this conversation is going to go to all different places, but this is just random thought that comes to my mind all the time, right? So because they gave you millions of dollars, right? They get to do what exactly with your body? How exactly with you? That they can take away your life work, destroy your entire career, that you don't have any comeback. Again, all black men are not coming together to say, how is this in our interest? By the way, the head that you keep banging around, you see, you bang your head with other people like animals. And then when you do something outside of the game, they expect you to behave like a human being, but while you are behaving like animals, playing games. Because you see, let me tell you what I'm looking at. When I saw American football for the first time, it looks like what I used to see in Nigeria, cows banging their head together, right? But if you understand the capacity of what this brain is meant to do, so your forehead, right, your first eye, you're banging it with somebody else. The impact of brain damage, brain trauma. Forget about you having brain trauma. You know that you are not the only one that's been traumatized, right? So is every black person that's watching it. We sat there, we've been traumatized. We can't even tell we've been traumatized, right? Upon that, people that have no talent get to judge your game. They get to judge your words. People, all the fans that have no talent get to call you names. And then when you're done with the games, if you manage to survive it, in a few years, somebody is calling you names, they're accusing you of rape, and now all the money you make is gone. All the money you made from the NFL is gone. What's the point of all this? I'm not saying, maybe because I don't have talent to play football, I think you can tell. Maybe that's why. I just don't feel the need to bang my brain everywhere. Right? I have never seen anything attractive, anything beautiful about a bunch of men banging their head. The same head that you need to use to solve this problem that we're in. In the meantime, the news media always lied and say black men are not at home. But you can go to any park on any weekend where black men are there with their sons. Again, training another group of children to be sold into this slavery called NFL or any games. Why are black people running around all the time? Why are we running? What are we running from? When are we going to go and sit down quietly and go inward and figure out this problem that we're in? Right? I think it was Torrell Owens, if anybody can correct me, right? That came out a couple of weeks ago talking about a white female, the disrespect, right? Challenging him on his own street. And when he was talking about what he was talking about, he said he could not believe that would happen to him. Where are we still? You are in an NFL game or where NFL as a player in a football, these things happen to you 24 hours a day. What do you mean you don't know this can happen to you? We have to get away from this mindset of who these people are. Let them be who they are. And we as black people needs to start thinking of how we're going to solve some of our many problems. And one of our greatest problems is we need to stop running. and start accepting our responsibility as what it is, that we don't have Black children having brain trauma, being abused, sexually abused. These people forget about what happened in Pennsylvania, Penn State, a couple of years back. Majority of the victims were Black men. They were being raped by a coach. We keep leaving our children to predators, all because of money. Where is our responsibility? The universe is changing, and karma is going to get everybody that keep leaving children for predators knowingly. Knowingly leave your children for predators, all because of a game, all because you want them to be NFL. NFL, my foot. They're trying to turn everything into robotic. Black people, we need to find ways to make sure we can still survive. And we need every single brain to be clean, healthy, and ready to go. I mean, all this sport, what is in this? Does anybody not have a problem with even the so-called, I think NFL are the only one that's still wearing long pants when they're playing. If they're still wearing long pants, I don't know. I don't watch them. But when you're looking at basketball, right? What is up with the short that everybody is wearing? And when you're looking at even the sport, the running, what do you call that? The relays and the just the running sport where the women are running or the men are running, where you see the female or even the gymnastics, right? What is all this underwear that why are you wearing a tongue? That's what it is at this point for any sport. Is that going to make them play better? Is that going to make them run faster if your short is so short that is so short that we can see everything? Why are Black women having their butt cheeks out on the street? What is the purpose of that? Why is it that every time that someone suggests something, we don't reject it because of money? What is the difference between then, what happened during slavery, where they have us naked, and now where we're willingly doing it ourselves, all because of money? Why? You can't run, do your 100 meters, your 200 meters without having your butt cheeks on the street? Even when you want to watch some of this program, I have a problem. What am I watching somebody running, actually showing their strength? Or am I watching your butt cheeks? Which one am I watching? Our interaction with these people needs to be reevaluated. I'm not sure if all these millions worth it. And I'm sure if any of you go to Judge Foreman, you can probably sit down and have a conversation with him, right? How is it that it's okay that somebody can come after him, something that happened supposedly happened allegedly in 1970s, and you can come out on this street right now? What are we supposed to do? Why is it that all Black men, somewhere, no matter how important it is they are to Black people, that is not to say if somebody is committing a crime that they cannot be called out for it or they cannot be checked for it. But why is it that do you guys know understanding this? These things stained us collectively. These things affect us collectively, and they affect our children's morale. And it affects them to the extent that many of them can start committing this crime thinking that, well, if they call them a rapist, it must be true. Or many of them are being abused, are being victimized outside. You see the problem? Take a look at this. The people that traffic Black children, largely, the people that have been the most oppressed, the most abused, the most degenerate, get to turn around and call you the criminal. At what point is it okay for Black people to step back with your children and allow this next generation of children to grow up in a healthy environment? I mean, as healthy as it can be in this type of system. Allow their brain to grow. Even if they're going to end up playing some of the sport, what else are they doing other than just playing sport? Are they into meditation? Are they doing any inward work, which means to be emotionally stable, to grow, to make sure that their brain is right? Right? They can tell you that you don't have to to make a mistake, right? We Black people are saying that a Black person that shows up, they don't have the right to make mistakes and they can't change. But at the same time, they can keep committing all manners of crimes. We Black people don't speak up. We don't say anything. We just, is there not something wrong with that picture? That we have this female kissing a monkey, while at the same time, she'll be the same person calling Black people monkey. And when you look at that monkey and you look at her, they look like family. I'm not mad at her. I understand what I'm looking at. But Black people, at some point, we're going to have to start looking at this world and start taking our responsibility a little bit more seriously. While we're living our life, they're not going to change. We're not going to change them. It's never meant for us to change them. That is a relationship right there. That is love. She has more love for that monkey than she will ever have for a Black child. We need to stop this nonsense. Anyway, that's white folks for you. I'm not mad at them. That's how they get down. So, Brother Lance, as you know, there's election going on in Nigeria. Or there's a type of election that is going on in Nigeria. And my people, everybody Nigeria election is very interesting. Though I think I was only able to vote once when I was 18, right? So I haven't had I can't say much like I wanted to say. But the one thing I do want to say about Nigeria election, that I think the people have to start paying attention and call out the so-called politicians, right? Everybody wants to be the head, but nobody wants to start from the bottom, right? All these politicians, they travel out of the country. They can see what other country looks like. I find it offensive. First of all, Nigeria is a country of millions, over 200 million people. I don't even know how many millions of Nigerians that are outside of Nigeria. There is not a place you go in the world that you will not find a Nigerian living there. I mean, you will find them in groups, not just like one or two, three, even places where you can't, that you don't believe there is a Nigeria, they got them there, right? Having said that, when you find us scattered like this all over the world, right? At the same time, when those that are there, I mean, so those that are left, they get to run the country the way they want to run the country. I'm assuming that the love of humanity, that the love of us as a group of people, again, that we start looking, how do we not see each other and see ourselves? That you see other Nigerians, that you see other Africa, and you see yourself, right? So where somebody did a list, right? And when they did the list, they were talking about the amount of money that the politicians are making, right? So somebody that is a senator is making 36 million naira a year. Is it a year? Yeah, I think it's a year. So within that, the government have to buy them cars, pay for their chefs. All this rubbish needs to end. These are the reason why, Lance, when you were talking the other night, when you have people begging money, people turning into prostitution, because things are getting harder for them, but the politicians are living large. Nobody is asking any politician not to get paid. But if it were up to me, if I am in the position to make rules and laws, I say all that money need to be completely cancelled. Zero. How are you getting 36 million naira? And that same amount is going to be given to you for life. For what purpose? Where we have situation where Nigeria is borrowing money to pay politicians. In the meantime, we have oil in Nigeria. We have various other things that international companies are taking and looting out of Nigeria. The Nigerians are not benefiting from that. So what is the point of having oil in Nigeria? I would suggest for Nigerians to start thinking that it's time to go and put a moratorium or whatever you want to put on that, no more sale of oil for any international company, any international country, any oil that belongs to Nigeria, just enough for Nigerians to live their day-to-day life, number one. Number two, why is Nigerian, so if you have an average, I think they say an average, the most that an average person is making is 18,000 naira, right? Well, then the House of Representatives should be making 18,000 naira. Right now, the universities have closed down for the last 5 months. Nobody's going to school. For what? Why? These are all the situations that Nigerians have to start realizing that collectively as a country, put a pause on all that money you're wasting that you are giving to all those politicians. You need to know all the way to Tinubu's, all the money they stole out of the country. If you want to become a president, go and bring that money back to the country. Return the money back. This is what Nigerians need to start demanding. If Tinubu wants to be run for president, nobody is arguing that. All the money that you took out of the country, that you hide everywhere, that you put in your children's name, go ahead and refund that money back to the country. Nigeria will give you another chance if they wish to. If they wish to. When are we going to learn anything? What is the point of all this? That 36 million naira per person depends on how many senators they have, right? And then you're paying them for life, and you're giving them 3 cars every year after they leave the office, and you are changing cars for governors every 3 years. Why? Why are governors getting 35 cars? For what purpose? Mind you, you know that all those cars are not being made in Nigeria. In the meantime, we have young Nigerians that are making cars. We have Nigerians that can make cars. All those money, they need to take all the money that they were giving to senators for the next 4 years and use it to build hospitals in Nigeria, use it to build roads in Nigeria, use it and go ahead and pay all the school teachers in Nigeria. So for anybody that wants to, what Nigerians need to say, if you want to run for election in Nigeria, you're not going to get paid for the next 10 years. Then come and run. You should be able to serve your country without you getting paid. Many of you are already millionaires and billionaires. How much money do you need? All the teachers in Nigeria, many of them are not getting their retirees. The devil is a liar. All these many behaviors, we're pretending as if, how is it that, you see how stupid our behavior, how, I don't even know what I want to call it. It is inhumane. It is deranged. Who feels right to collect 36 million naira? Who feels good knowing that school teachers are not getting paid, that students cannot eat, that we have people living in abject poverty? Who feels okay? Then all these politicians, you even assign money to yourself to take that money out of the country to go and see doctors out of the country. The one thing that we need, by the way, which Nigerians, are you not stupid? You keep hearing these people implanting something in somebody. You go to your enemy, right, to come and take care of you. Why would they do shit like that? That we will travel to Western countries because I don't know how we get that idea that they have better health system. What better health system do they have? At the rate that in this country, at the rate that Black people are dying from very minute things, that we keep wasting money. Nigerians probably has the most doctors at this point in the world, and that is not even an hyperbole. Yet, those doctors do not have the opportunity to really enjoy being a doctor in their own country. How is it that you can raise your children? They went to school and become a doctor, and then they pack the bag and go to somewhere else? Does that even make sense? And then we are proud to say Nigeria has the most doctors in the world, while at the same time, it's not reflecting in the actual country. Every single universities in Nigeria should have a medical school. Every single university in Nigeria should be, that medical school should be sponsored directly by the federal government, period. All universities in Nigeria should be free. There should not be a reason why Nigeria should be paying for school fees. All universities in Nigeria should be free to alleviate the type of hell the parents have to go through, to alleviate the students committing all manners of atrocities, because Nigerians want to get education. And Nigerians will go to any length to get education, including if they have to prostitute themselves to get education. Because of that, take their money from all those senators for the next 10 years to bring that country up. If you want to be a Nigerian and you cannot collect 18,000 to The maximum that Nigerian government, a Nigerian senator, and I'm saying this right, the maximum you need to get should not be nothing less than 500,000 naira. It is not a Nigerian business, Nigerian problem if you have a chef. It is not a Nigerian problem. Listen, what type of food do you need to eat that you need a chef? And then if you need a chef, why can't you get one yourself? What's wrong with your hand? Right? If you want to live a life of luxury, don't live it on Nigerians' money. That is Nigerians' wealth. And these type of things, Nigeria have to start speaking up on. There should not be a reason why we cannot have the best hospital in Africa. My sister sent me a video, or rather a text message that's showing the a place in Nigeria, Ilorin, where they did a semi-twins surgery, right? Very successful surgeries. There's a lot of surgeries that Nigerian does in that country that they don't even have to, they don't send anybody anywhere. They do it there because the talent is there. We're born with it. Every single high school, all the high school students, all the university students, there should not be a place, any school in Nigeria that we have to pay school fees. Whatever comes from the local government should be able to help all the high school students, the elementary school students, or anything that comes from the federal government should go directly to universities where you're paying, and then build your engineering department up. All the engineering students in Nigeria, all the physics students in Nigeria should be the one building our roads. We don't need any external forces. Nobody has the brain that Nigeria has. Be proud of who you are, that the devil is a liar, that Nigeria needs to listen to what France has to say, some other country has to say. For what purpose? Build the damn country on your own dime. We have enough money. We have enough wealth. Nigeria just need to start having positive mindset. Who wakes up in the morning and you don't wish your country well? Nigeria must start having something called good governance. Nigerians for good governance. Everywhere you go, Nigerian for good governance. Nigerian for good government means no more bribery, no more taking excessive money regardless. Everybody must speak up. Everything is overinflated. Because it's overinflated, it's affecting the regular people. Nigerians should not be spending money as if we're using dollars. Nigerian for good governance should be the model that everybody goes about. Reject bribery at every point, at all point. Reject the killing of other people. Reject hatred among Nigerians. Right? You see how they get at us? We don't think clearly. Everybody wants to get in there. You steal the little that you're going to steal, then you go and hide for your family. But then you go around, you're driving in that country, you're driving up and down, and you can see the people that you say you represent. And then how stupid are you? You come and hide the money here in the US. You go and hide the money in Switzerland. And then when you put the money here, you put a code, you don't remember the code. They will not let you take your money. Oh, now you hide the money. They help you hide the money. When it's time for you to take that money, all that loot that you took out of your country, they're asking you to prove that that money belongs to you. And if you can't prove it, that's it. How many houses How many houses the Nigerian house? I'm talking about Nigerian politicians particularly, that you are outside of Nigeria, in Britain, being proud that you have homes there. In the meantime, you have a lot of Nigerians in London that are homeless, that are in need of those homes, that you could have said, okay, we have these homes, go ahead and open it up from Nigerians to live in there. Right? In the meantime, we're busy. You see how silly we are? They get us after the end of the Civil War, right? They get us to be doing the Igbos, whining and complaining all this time. Oh yeah, the Civil War. We want to be Biafra. We want to be Biafra. Listen, you better go and ask the Cameroon what happened to them. So many areas in the Nigerians is already separated into 3 countries. Nigeria is already separate. Every major speaking tribe have their own areas. Nigeria is already separated into 1 country. You don't need to be separated anymore into separate groups, right? Every group have their own areas. You're just only governing. You're governing as one group in Nigeria. The Igbos have their area, the Hausa have their areas, the Yoruba have their areas, and so many other groups have their own areas. So what is this thing about the Igbos saying they want to separate it because of what? Because of Biafra. But at the same time, you were enslaved for how many hundreds of years? You see, we can go ahead and argue over very little things. We can argue over very minute things, while major issue is there. The very people that enslave you, the very people that colonize you, the very people that destroy you are coming back with different groups in that country. Things that has never happened in that country start happening. And you are not paying attention because the Christians are busy. The bullshit is real. The Christians are busy talking about they don't want Muslim to rule them. Who are you that Muslim cannot rule you? Who are you that Muslim cannot rule you? The majority of the corruption that is being done in Nigeria is being done mostly by the Christians themselves, bringing guns into the countries that nobody is aware of. I don't even think that people realize how these people are trying to instigate a religious war in that country, a tribal war. Nigeria, shine your eyes. You know what I'm talking about when I say shine your eyes. What is a church group doing with numerous of guns? For what? It's a church. Are they trafficking guns? Start looking at how they're trying to separate you, where you can't question what people are doing, how things are coming into the country because everybody is busy being corrupt. Nigeria is not making guns. I don't know why. We're not making them. We have all the material to make our own thing. We don't have to buy from anybody anymore. Every development that needs to be done in Nigeria could be done by Nigerians themselves. Why are we having this level of poverty in the country where there is so much wealth? Why high school students are doing the most unthinkable things for money? I absolutely see no reason why that every single elementary school in Nigeria, every single secondary school in Nigeria cannot turn into farms. Start farming for the children to have something to eat. Every single university should have farms. So that way you can eliminate the idea of somebody being hungry. Every single available land in Nigeria should be used to farm. When Buhari, I think was it 2 years ago or something years ago, when Buhari said Nigerian youth needs to become farmers, the Nigerians come out and feel offended. Are you stupid? Go to Ghana and see what they are doing. Everybody's farming. Go to Zimbabwe and see what they're doing. Everybody is farming. You find it offensive that you're going to farm, but you're going to expect China to come and feed you. Are you mad? Why is that an offense? That every Nigerian should, if you have a land, make use of it and farm and help your neighbors. Whether we are ready for this or not, things are changing, and everybody have to account for their part on this planet. For all of you that are stealing from your own people, that are depriving Nigerians are they are creative, geniuses. What is the problem? And every time somebody show a Nigerian invest something, they will say, take them to America to come and do what in America? What is America? Why can't you stay in your country? Why is it that we always look at our country through the prism of those that caused the problem to begin with? The places where we find ourselves today was because of these very people that we're running after them. We have to do what the white man does. The white man gets down to dog, they get down with dog, we must do it. They kiss a monkey, we're not too far from it. What's the problem here? Is it that we don't know what it means to be family anymore? What it means to live in community anymore? What Nigerians should be demanding is every university needs to be free, period. And then put a moratorium on the oil, allow the land to heal. We don't need to sell any more oil. We're not benefiting from it. The people are not benefiting from it, so no more. Put a lid on it. Let everybody pack their bag and leave the country for now. Right? Nigerian government or anybody, nobody should be signing any contract with any foreigners, any foreign country, without Nigerians voting on it. Those are all the things you should be fighting over, not whether somebody is a Yoruba or Hausas. Every Nigerians, as long as they are 100% Nigeria, number one, they have the right to run and become a president in their country. Every Nigeria, as long as they can tell us where they get their money from, that you need to have an open source. You need to know where all the money from. For those of you that steal, that you need to bring all that money back to the country. Everything that you took. That should be the demand. You don't need to be burning anything down. You are stupid to be burning your country down. Who's going to build it back up? Everything that we are burning down belongs to regular Nigerians. There should be law that is protecting all children in Nigeria, all workers in Nigeria, especially all the domestic workers in Nigeria. People should start, with all that kind of intelligence that we have, why is it that mere politicians can just do whatever it is that they want? All the justices in Nigeria, what are they doing? Remove that shit from their head, that stupid wig that does not allow them to think and see. and view their own people and see the need of their own people. Anyway, Brother Lance, I'm out of what do they call that thing? I'm out of fuels.
Mm-hmm. I love it when you flow.
There's still a lot of people going to listen. Our people, we I don't even know how we can solve Nigerian problem, but I do know for one thing: if we don't start thinking about some of this, not just think, for every Nigerians to start saying no more to bad governance, no more. We're just not going to be involved in any of these things, and wherever we are on the planet, to be good Nigerians everywhere we go. We are the best. Our people are brilliant. Wherever you see a black person, they are brilliant. Do you remember you did a video with a brother? Do you remember that brother I'm about to say, that the one that he talks about how he violated himself? Do you remember that person?
He's from Nigeria?
No. You did a video a couple of years ago about a brother that he said he violated himself. Do you remember that video?
Vaguely. I gotta search. There's almost 5,000 videos there. You gotta give me some more.
So you saw him on the street. I think it was in Florida somewhere, right? And you were interviewing him. Do you remember that video?
The one who smoked.
Yeah. So I watched it last night.
That was years ago.
Yes.
But I know him from the jail, when I used to work in the jail. And then when I was driving the bus, it was late at night. I was bringing the bus in after the last route, and I saw him on the corner hustling. So I knew him from the jail and in the street, but he didn't remember me from the jail. I was over his area. He used to tell me everything that he did. So in that video, people got upset because I was asking him things, but I already knew those things, and I wanted him to share those things so they can see how far this drug will take you. Because that guy there, he was such a brilliant musician. There were dozens of companies trying to get him for the free ride. He can make up songs. He can play so many instruments. And they were saying that he was the next Stevie Wonder, and Prince rolled into one, hands down. And the drugs took him out.
Do you think that all the things that he said he did to himself earlier that time, if he had been in any other society, that thing would not have happened to him?
Exactly.
And also, if his parents have known about African spirituality, they could have done more to help him.
Yeah. He was too. I mean, it worked on him.
You see, this is
his talent. His talent. They saw how powerful he was going to be, and it came after him.
Do you see that even in his mindset? This is what I want black people to start thinking about. That look at him, even at his worst state, he still remember God.
Ain't that something?
This is what black people are. That even in his worst state, he has consciousness.
Right.
Even in his worst state, he knew what is happening to him is not right. He knew what is happening to him is wrong. Though he may not be able to help himself, he feels shame about it.
Yeah.
And we live. Look, I want you to take a look at that brother. That everything that he did, he hurt himself, and he used the language that he violated himself. Right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
You did not see him going to hurt other people. In his worst state, he still remember his God. At the end of it, you ask if people can pray for him, and he says, pray for me, right? He said that.
Yeah.
We as Black people have to start seeing the humanity in each other.
That was 5 years ago, February
Yes.
22nd, 2017.
And I saw that video yesterday. That in his worst state, in the worst state, that he didn't go around killing other people.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
Black people will be saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, to those that doesn't look like us, that are there killing us. And then you see somebody that look like you, and you just ignore them. And, yes, that was it.
Yep. Yep. I parked my bus, clocked out of work, and I drove back down to where I saw him. I didn't see him for a while, but I knew he would come out because he was out there begging for money or basically performing sex acts on men. And he had been doing that for years because that was 2017. I knew him from 2001, 2002. See, I knew him for 15 years, but people didn't know that. And he didn't remember me. So he was telling me in the jail what he was doing before. And after I left the jail, I was driving the bus for so many years, I'd see him all the time. He even got on my bus several times, And what I'm going to try to do is open up the sound toward the end when he was, let me see something here.
God helped me to be real with myself, but it's hard, I've been doing this all my life.
So you don't know anything else. So you're gonna have to try to.
If I get a job, it won't be long before I'm fired because I'm chasing crack so much. So that's why I don't work. So get a job. They don't know.
I understand.
Begging for money is the easiest way for me to keep smoking. If I work, at least I'll be working, but how long will it last? I mean, I need to do it anyway because a man supposed to work. God got to change my heart. God got to help me. You can't fight the demon. You can't fight what you can't see. Crack is the demon. You can't. Only Jesus can fight the devil.
So you know a lot of people who crack has helped to wipe out? I mean, you got to know people that are just not here anymore, right?
No, I don't know that.
I mean, do you have friends that you grew up with that also went on crack?
No.
Well, you're pretty much a loner. You don't really run with many people, so I understand that. Do me a favor before we wrap this up, man. Give me a song. Let the people see the challenge you have.
Musicians and singers.
Anyone you want to sing.
I wrote this song, and I'm not living it. That's why it's so hard for me to get it out there. Tupac and Biggie Smalls, they gonna write stuff and not live it, but these people gonna still buy it. But if I come out as a Christian artist, I'm singing this and I'm not living it.
We understand, but you wrote it though.
I can sell it.
The words can still touch people, so give it to us, man.
I used to be bound, but now I'm free. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. I used to be blind, but now I see. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. No more shackles holding me. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. In the name of Jesus, demons flee. I've been washed by the blood. Hey y'all, God has been so good to me. He finally came and set me free. Took a long time, but now I finally surrender everything. Nothing holding me back. Everything that I used to be is under my feet. Was supposed to be that part of me died and buried away. With Christ I'm alive. Everything new in me. I've been given dunamis power. Now when the devil comes, tell him to back up. Ain't trying to heal you. The Lord reduce you. Stay under my feet, you belong. I used to be bound, but now I'm free. Hey, I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. I used to be blind, but now I see. I've I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. No more shackles holding me. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. In the name of Jesus, demons flee. I've been washed by the blood. Hey y'all. For many years I kept on making the same mistakes. Cause I did not want to let go. I didn't care if the next man following God's plan. Living in sin was comfortable. I kept on bumping my head, expecting different results, doing the same thing every day. Many times I could have ended up dead if it wasn't for the Lord was on my side. God turned my life upside down, broke these chains that had me bound. My God is an awesome God. I got it an old time God. Oh, I got it's so amazing. If it wasn't for the Lord kindness and patience, dealing with a hard-headed boy, have crazy, where would I be? Ain't no name like the name Jesus. He's the one and only King Jesus. That name is a powerful name. Would never bring about change. There's liberty in that name. The blessings of God stop that name. Till you truly want to be saved, all you gotta do is call on that name. All you gotta do is call on that name. Jesus. Call on that name. Jesus. Call on that name. Jesus. Call on that name. All you gotta do is call on that name. Jesus. Call on that name. Jesus. All you gotta do is call on that name. Jesus. Call on that name. I used to be bound, but now I'm free. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. I used to be blind, but now I see. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. No more shackles holding me. I've been washed by the blood of the Lamb. In the name of Jesus, demons flee. I've been washed by the blood. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey you, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey you,
That's your bro. It's pretty good. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Anything else you want to say before we go? People out there listening.
I should not die. I should live and proclaim the word of the Lord. Have mercy on me, God. God ain't finished me yet.
We're gonna ask you ready to pray for you, bro. We're gonna ask you ready to pray for you.
Yo, you gonna pray for me?
I said I want everybody watching this to pray for you.
Yeah, please. Step hard prayer I can get.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at LANCESCURV.com and follow SCURV on Twitter, Facebook.
Yep. That was 6 years ago. 5 years ago. I would always keep my camera with me when I was driving the bus. If you dig deep enough, you'll find a whole lot of things like that.
Yeah.
And if I knew what I knew now, I would have got a whole lot more when I was there. And when I do come back, I know where to go. Not to exploit, because a lot of folks told me, oh, you're just trying to exploit him. No, I wanted people to see, and I wanted him to talk. But he didn't remember me, though. It was just so many years. And could you imagine in a day in his life what he's had to go through and what he put himself in because he was having relations with strange men, unprotected. And I had asked him these questions because I wanted people to see. And again, it wasn't to exploit them, but I wanted them to see. And people would never know. I mean, all of the corrections officers that I worked, all of the police that I would see in the street, they would shake their head because that man was supposed to be one of the greatest musicians and singers. And it took his voice, a little bit. But back when we were in the jail and it was time for me to put the guys away and lock the doors in, the other guys would ask him to sing a song, and he would sing all much as he could. And the way he sung, you couldn't tell now by what you saw there from 5 years ago. But back from 2001 and a couple of years that I was there working, it would freeze you in your one spot. People couldn't believe it. And I think he is still alive. And, well, he's not well. But I heard recently that, I mean, the whole town knows him. The Black folks that were born and raised, involved in the church, they know him. Of course, there's a lot of migration down to Orlando and Central Florida. A lot of folks don't know him. But he happened to be walking past the church, and they were jamming. They were playing music. They were in the spirit, so to say. And he wasn't clean. He wasn't in. He just walked to the door, and they spotted him. They said, "Brother, come on in." And as the music was going, I heard he walked to the front and picked up an instrument and started playing it. On the mic and started singing. And then they moved over and let him get on the piano, and he played on the piano. They were stunned, and the guy from the drummer got up and he just did stuff with the drums, and they were. And he walked out and said, "Please pray for me." And most of the people that knew him were crying because they knew him from when he was a young teenager, and it was an older woman who was on crack that gave him some crack. In that video, you see.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when he was saying it.
Yeah, and it was sad.
This is part of the. Who does that to a child? Right?
Yeah.
Who literally took a child's life and destroyed it? Right?
Yeah.
That the impact that she has robbed the humanity, she robs us all of knowing this brother. Why? We have to start questioning some of this stuff. I truly pray that he is still alive. I truly pray that somebody will come along that they can show him the way to really heal completely. I mean, the level of consciousness that he has, your president don't have it.
That's right.
The level of consciousness that he has, your president don't have it. The people that you vote for.
That's true.
Think that brother has more humanity in him than all of these miserable, low-down politicians.
That's true.
Just think about that.
That's true.
His parents lost something very important. His parents, you see, if this were to be in Africa, particularly Nigeria, Nigerian parents will go through hell. They will go down into the hole to look for a cure. Unless they would have done everything first.
Yeah.
Now,
you're right.
There is something that it may just be that is the path that he took in this lifetime. In this lifetime. I hope that when he comes back, that he will have to do it again, that he doesn't have to live this type of hell again. But my prayer for him is this lifetime that he heal and he heal completely, that he found the woman. You see, that is how I want Black people to really pick and listen to. This is a man in his most worst state, supposedly, and he's telling you that it is his wish to have a wife and have children. And you telling me being with another man is natural? Okay, I heard you.
It's true.
this country, they've destroyed. We don't even know how many untold millions.
I know many.
Like this brother. Like
I know.
this brother. I
Look,
told you. You remember I told you?
my own brother's out there.
You see?
My own flesh and blood brother is out there.
With intelligence.
What? My brother can sit down here and bedazzle you where you look at me and you'll be bored hearing me. You hear him talk? He is well read, college educated, keeps up with current events, could tell you history. He talks like Malcolm X. This guy will my brother, my blood brother. But he can't shake that thing. He's so good, he can tell you that I'm the crackhead, and he's so good you'll start to believe it. For real. You'll start looking at me like, hey, Lance. Yeah, he's very convincing. He's very charismatic. If I only had 5% of his charisma.
That's what,
If he did a podcast, give him 6 months, he'll have over 1 million subscribers.
you see, that is what I'm telling people. I said, I don't know about anybody else. I don't want to be, I don't ever wish to be anything but what I am, a black woman, a black, where maybe if I come back, I might say a black man. But at this time, I mean, there's nothing like being a black person, because
I know.
our ability to have conscience, and not to say that, I mean, we do what we do to each other, but I'm saying on a large scale that we're not trying to destroy humanity. To feel consciousness, to feel a sense of righteousness. That brother still feel a sense of, in the midst of it.
Even in his reduced state.
In that, can you imagine if he's in his right mind, in his right senses, in his wholesome self? The devil is a liar. That any black person should ever agree that they are lesser than those that oppress them. Nobody that is normal does what was done to black people. Nobody that is complete does that. See, today, that they don't have any consciousness and that they're not willing to change. It's not our job to change them anymore. The creator that creates them know who they are, what they're going to be. We need to leave them be and let them be what they want to be, and we need to move on and be what we are meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be losing brothers like this in our midst. Can you imagine? We talk about Michael Jackson, right? We have a lot of Michael Jackson that we never know.
Yes, we do.
We have a lot of Malcolm X. Do you know what came to my mind after Frederick Gray was killed? I said, these people are killing those that have it in their, those that have that it factor, that they're killing them off. Because, I mean, who goes around that all your job is to be a police officer and you come out to kill somebody? And you go home and you feel right about killing somebody? And they can kill, and they can kill. And the one that you know on video is the one that you know. You don't even know what they do. When we do, nobody sees them. Yet, you have this one black man asking God for forgiveness, still being in a righteous, reduced state, understanding that what he did to himself is wrong, while somebody else on the other side can kill a whole human being and say that he's justified. How? Brother Lance, in fact, I thank you for what you do. so many of you that get up to start waking up Black people, to start waking up the world, to start making the connection. What you do is indeed the Lord's work, without saying that it has nothing to do with the church factor. But this is what it means. This is what all those who are called themselves a religious leader, all the so-called politicians, this is their job. This is what they're supposed to be doing. And then it's left to the citizen. I pray that all of us, Black people, wherever we are on the planet, we need to pick a fight. We need to pick a place. We need to take a boundary, something that we're not going to cross. And the destruction of our collective humanity should be a boundary that we're not willing to cross. Thank you so much.
Thank you always. You know that.
Thank you.
That. Like I said, you reached out to me and you said, today, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so angry getting home in the traffic. I was like, you guys got to hurry up. I got something to do. Sister IBARA's out here. We can't keep her waiting too long. Seriously.
When I look at the stuff that you do and many others does, honestly, it's draining. The amount of energy that you have to put out there, and then you have people that's going to say, well, I don't agree with everything you said. Listen, that's not the point. If you don't agree, it's not for you. Keep it moving. Don't put it in the chat. Don't tell us what you don't agree on. But you live in America, though, where the government just took all of Black people money and give it to Ukraine. Whether you agree to it or not, they've done it. We can't take that money. I mean, they're doing things. There's a lot of things they're doing that we don't agree with, but we're not even out here. We're not brave enough to come and say it. We just say it in under your breath.
Right. Well, see, the thing is that the state that we're in, we're so scattered. We don't have a unified mind. It doesn't mean we're all going to agree on everything, because we're the sum total of our experiences. But to have a unified front, and we're so messed up, most of us, and we can't really see.
Yes.
And so we come at each other because of the self-hate. And, our ego is bruised, or our sensibilities are bruised, and we're hurting, and we want notoriety. We want to be heard. We're in pain. So this is why you have to have thick skin when you do this.
Yes.
Consistent level. But it doesn't bother me because I'm built for it. My skin is thick. I've been through worse in real life.
Yeah.
And this is like playing with a little kitten. He's trying to scratch you.
Yes. On Friday when you were doing the club, right? I said, oh my God, did you see me when I test you? Need a decontamination.
See, and I saw you. I didn't see the text until later.
But I said, you need to be decontaminated. Oh my God. No, that's all right. That's okay.
When I saw it was you, oh my God, she thinks I'm crazy.
No,
but
I don't know. Maybe you heard me laughing. I was just cracking up. Like I don't know if people can hear me. I said,
no, I couldn't hear you unless you were on. But this shows you have to be multifaceted and speak many languages. I might only speak the English language, but I can vibrate on any frequency and connect with anybody.
Do you know what I was doing? I was listening and I was eating chips. And then it get to a point, I said, this thing that I'm eating, is it not making organic chips? I don't eat anything unless it's organic chips. So let me just say, but a chips nonetheless.
Well, after I saw it was you, I said, oh my God, she's probably not going to come to the show ever again.
That was too funny. You should have seen it. I was just cracking up. I said, so I keep eating that chips. I said, oh my God, I'm almost finished with a pack of chips. I said, oh my God, let me put this thing aside. So I said, is this thing not making so much noise that they can hear me?
Oh man.
Oh my God, that was too funny. I said, oh my God.
But you know, like for me, I'm the guinea pig. I'm the one that's the sacrificial lamb. I reveal everything
That
to show
was
you going through all kinds of phases in life.
That
And-
was too funny. I just laughed throughout the whole thing. I said, you've lived a life. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now you deserve to do this show. You have this. You're ready for it. I don't think anybody else could have.
As long as it made you laugh, I'm so happy.
Now, I mean, you should see me with my chips. I'm chum. I said, okay, this thing that I'm eating, am I supposed to be eating this much? And then
Friday comes back again, get a whole lot of chips. Trust me.
Oh my God, no! I'm gonna make sure I have a bottle of water close to me. What I need to do is to be drinking water. My goodness, that was a good show. I said, listen,
and you hung to the end. That was
you know what was so funny? I fell asleep. Then I woke up when I heard everybody say, "Oh, so we slept." I said, I think I tested. I said, I'm still here.
Oh man. As long as I made you laugh, because I believe that everybody has to laugh in the trenches. We're in this thing together. We're in this war. We're in the spiritual warfare. Yeah. So if I can bring a little humor, we'll bring a little humor. Yeah. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna find something that makes you laugh.
That was funny. That was. I said, no, that is it. That's it. You know, there's I said, if I wanted to say anything, I would just be like a party pooper in what I'm about to say. I said, no, let me let this show ride. I don't want to change the direction of where you're going with what you're saying. Just let this one go.
Hey, if you came in and decided to do that, fine with me. Fine with me.
Brother Lance, whatever it is that I was about to say or was going to say was going to change it. No. I said the direction was good. Yeah, let that one ride. But very good program. And again, you know, so many, if you look at it, this is why a lot of things that individual will suffer in silence, things that should have been in the open a long time ago, so that the collective African consciousness, you see, the collective African consciousness. You see, the reason why they are able to stay as a single unit is because they commit similar crime. You know, they have made their bargain to stay together, right or wrong. But if one person, we know, for example, you remember Dr. Umar Johnson, right?
Yes.
Every time that brother, when he came out and said he wanted to build that school, all of us should have supported him. We keep hearing about racism in school, sexual abuse, and everybody keep coming out, it's a fraud. So what? The entire country that we live in is stolen. What are you talking about? Support him and let him get, even if it's a fraud, go ahead and have that school ready first. Right? We are living in an entire country that was stolen from the original people. What are you talking about? All of Black people taxpayer money is in Ukraine right now. What are you talking about? And when you go into the comment, every time you come out to say something, it's a bunch of blackmail that will come out and go against him. I said, this thing is not normal, it's not natural. Use this energy to go and do something. If you think it's not doing what it's supposed to do, you guys get yourself together collectively and let's save a bunch of these Black boys so that they don't end up like that brother. Are we not ashamed as a group that we have that type of talent? That is not to say that the people that do not have talent should be abandoned. I'm saying that whenever we see one of us in that condition, that we see ourselves in them, that we should We should start showing collective grace to each other. Nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it, especially nobody that has familiarity, love for monkeys are not going to do it. It is not in them to do it. And they were never meant to be. How is it that you can call yourself the original people, but you want the one that just got here yesterday to come and save you? It doesn't even sound or look right.
That's right.
In fact, Brother Lance, I bow down to you and all those who are doing these things. Each and every one of us have the answers. We have the puzzle, and one by one we're going to put it together.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always an honor, a pleasure,
Thank you,
and a blessing. And when you teach, it's divine.
Hey.
And I never hesitate. Just reach out. You can reach out. You can turn around and reach out 3 more hours, and I'll get you back on.
Thank you.
This is what I do.
Well, I wish I can say I was teaching, but everything I say, this is just a diary for myself, So many of us, we have things that goes through our mind, the things that we think about, like, is that normal? Is that supposed to be the way it's supposed to be? Hey. But,
That's right.
Let's just keep living life, for everybody, we should start going inward. Meditation. I can't say it enough. It's time to heal.
Yeah.
Time to heal. It's going to happen.
I'm coming.
All right. And good show with Sister Beatrice. She's doing it.
Yeah. She's in school more now. So
I
she
know.
won't do as many shows, but she'll probably do, I almost got her to do one other day when she has time. I told her to do little short snippets while she's studying hard. And she's there. So you may not see her as much, but she's still there. And I talk with her every day.
That's cool. That's cool. I said she's
getting out of her. So we'll have little stuff and maybe we can get full shows. But we're going to keep the rotation going.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's doing it with her predator.
Yeah. And she sees it up so nice with the jokes and the personality. And see, when people can learn to look through the individual's personality and maybe the spicy words, then they would absorb so much more and get an understanding, because she studies a whole lot and she's on top of it. Yes. And I met her back in 2006.
Oh, that's been a while.
It's been a while.
That's been a while.
I never knew. I wasn't doing live streaming. YouTube came out the year before. We didn't know, but I knew she had a brilliance about her. Indeed. And when she moved away, we lost contact through social media. We reconnected again. And back when we first started, I said, listen, you need to come on and share some of that brilliance. Yes. And people all over the world.
Really, and that's the way Black people is as a whole, right? That's just the way Black people is. That we know what is right and wrong, but we knew that people don't want to.
Right. We know when the meal is good no matter what the seasoning that's put on it.
Yes, please.
So if it's a little spicy, we're still going to eat it.
Yeah.
We're still going to taste it.
I mean, in fact, I don't know about anybody else, but being this color that I am is everything.
It is.
There's nothing to change. I never look to change it. When I come back again, if there is such thing, I won't want to be anything else.
Anything else? I know.
There's something about being this. In fact, I thank the universe for my.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bless everyone. Stay blessed, stay grounded, stay connected to the source.
That's right.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. All right.
Indeed.